Hello, this is Zach from Mudshare, and today I'm going to show you how to import data from a user's perspective in the Mudshare platform. Using my login credentials, this is the home screen here. Up top, we have different screen views, and I can navigate through these screen views with just a click of a button. So if I wanted to view profile settings, I can go here, view some contact history, maybe send message blasts. This is the way to navigate through each screen. Also below, in each screen, you'll see different actions that a user can perform in each specific screen. So if I want to import data as a user, I go into Contacts, Database Imports. Here in the import screen, you can see that there's Create Database Import action below. By clicking on that, I now am ready to import the data. I'm going to click Choose File, and it's going to pull all my files from my local computer. For this demonstration, I'm going to use the demo data Excel file. Once the system populates the Excel information, I'm going to change my description to something I prefer. So I'm going to change this to database import file. And now it's time to match the column header with the field name so the system can perform the specific action. I can use the drop down to search for the specific column header here, or if I know the specific letter that I want to search for, I can type in, and by clicking the letter N, it takes me to name first. I'm now going to continue to match the column header with the field name. So I'm going to scroll down to name last, address, state, zip code, and county. Sometimes there may not be a field for the specific column header. For this example, there is no county field. So the functionality of the Mudshare platform allows you to add fields within the system. By using this Add Field button, I now can name the field that I'd like. So for this example, I'm going to name this county. I'm going to choose the type of field. Most of our customers use text field, and the only time you'd use the other actions is if you're getting into real specific information such as a pick list. I'm going to click text and then finally add a final description and add this field. How I know the field is added is I can click the drop down here and I can see next to county there's an asterisk. This asterisk denotes an added field. So I'm going to add the county. I'm going to use city. I'm going to do household income. You can see that there isn't a household income field name, so I'm going to add that field as well. And then I'm going to make it a text and add my description again. And here you can see household income with the asterisk again notifies that we added this field as a user manually. Let's say I don't want to use marital status or millionaire. I'm going to skip these two column headers and field names. I'm going to continue down to cell phone and landline. A key thing to note about the Mudshare platform when it comes to cell phone and landline information is it's specific for the fact that cell phone refers to the requirement as, let's say you're sending out blast text messaging to these specific contacts in your data. You'd like to use the mobile phone because the system message will not perform through a landline. So it's very important when it comes to this specific information of phone lineation, you go to mobile phone for cell phone. Which will be mobile number, and then landline would be considered phone number. Finally, it's time to choose the unique ID. And what's very powerful about the unique ID is the Mudshare platform uses this for future data import. So let's say your unique ID is the person's license plate number or license number. When you're importing data, the Mudshare platform uh, knows that, hey, this unique ID is already imported, so it doesn't duplicate data. So that is considered to be a supplied ID within the solution. Once we have all our column headers and field names, It's best practice to double check to make sure that everything is matching so that the data imports correctly. So I'm going to double check that my field name and column header are all aligned properly. We can see here that marital status and millionaire, if you recall, we did not want to import this information. So I have the ability to, once everything is matched, to now override any data that hasn't been completed from field name to match the column header. And you can see as I scroll down, this marks it as unknown. As a user, we're now ready to import and finish this data import. So I'm going to click Create Import. It'll give me a checks and balance confirmation to make sure that everything is ready to go. And as a user, I'll click Yes, and it imports the data. A couple things to know about importing data. One, you can see that the date that it's been imported and the status is pending. If I want to check on that status, I can click Result. I can see that 100% of my data has been completed. However, if you're using a vast amount of data or a large quantity, you can see the overall status and you can reload the results to continue to over time to see the status of the upload. Once this is complete, I have the ability to go back and go into the contacts and view all contact information that's been imported, as well as go into my home screen and check any dashboard settings that have been populated. This concludes my video on data import. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to your Mudshare representative and we'd be happy to assist with you. Thank you for listening. This concludes my video.